Bigfoot again? Clearly, Bigfoot doesn't want anybody through here. Hey everyone, we are just going to do a quick hike today at Meng Bird Sanctuary. Here is a shot of the trail map. It's not a big sanctuary. It's in Limerick Township. Well, this part we are in is in Limerick Township. I think on the other side it's Frederick Township. Not too many trails here, but it's a nice quiet place to hike. There's rarely anybody here, which is why I like it. And one of the trails is very steep and rocky. Don't know that I'll do that one today because it's a tough trail to hike as it is. You have to kind of keep your eyes down because it's like climbing over boulders, and it's not going to be easy to film and do that at the same time, so we'll just take a leisurely stroll. There are some ruins up here as well. I mean, not like walls of a house or anything like that, but you tell there used to be a farmhouse back here at one point because you can see the foundation of, I don't know if it was the barn or the house, but on either side of this trail, this part of the park, there are just kind of bits and pieces, like, and that's like an old terracotta, don't know what you would call that, to be quite honest with you, but that's just laying here in the woods. Here's an old fireplace. Just kind of cool. And you probably can't see it, it's so thick back here, but I don't know, 20, 30, 40 feet back there are the remnants of an old stone wall. And there's like just a pile of stones here, which I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but I'm guessing it's probably remnants of something. Where'd those foundations go? There's also like a root cellar up here or something. It's kind of gated off now, but yeah, right here, I mean, in there you can see the remains of like a stone wall. I'm guessing was the wall, like I said, foundation or a back wall of a house or a barn. Back there, bit of a foundation running through here. Looks like a lot of trees have come down recently, which is why you can kind of see that wall back there. I don't remember ever seeing that before. It's usually very thick in here. But here is remains of the root cellar. I'm guessing a root cellar or spring house. Actually, steps kind of going down, but you can't get in there. You can't really even see in there, but it's kind of cool. I'm just guessing because it has a rounded top and like a soil or sod roof, so to speak. That's what makes me think it was a root cellar, but I guess at one time it could have been a spring house. Kind of see the back side of it here. It's pretty big. Goes all the way back to here. Today is December 22nd, in case anyone's wondering. So we are right before Christmas. It is pretty cold out today. One of the colder days we've had in the last several weeks. I think it's only in the 30s. I can see part of the stone wall here too. Not sure how well that's showing up on camera, but kind of goes all the way back. See it, part of it there. Anyway, well, I guess there's more of it on this side too. I'm not sure what was here, to be quite honest with you. It's just a nice bird sanctuary now. Like I said, rarely crowded. Just all of a sudden noticing all these new signs they have posted on the trees. No fishing, hunting, trapping. It's not too many trails in here. I think there's 4. We are coming up to the red trail now. I think normally we take that trail back, but I just wanted to show you the junction. So the red trail goes off to the left there. You can see another trailblaze there, and it goes downhill, meets up with the wetlands trail. I don't know what the red trail is called. Edna's Trail, maybe? And then the yellow trail continues on this direction. So that's where we are continuing. And as is typical hiking in Pennsylvania, it's a very rocky trail. And we are up pretty high. I'm sure the camera is not going to pick it up, but I can see right over to the top of the next ridge. I mean, we're not, at 1,000 feet or anything like that. I would guess probably 300, 400 maybe. Don't get too high in Montgomery County. Coming up to a Bigfoot shelter. I don't know if you can see that through there. It's kind of new. I don't remember ever seeing that here before, to be quite honest with you. I hike here on occasion. Come out to here, and I can't remember the last time I was here. It's not been too long. And I certainly don't remember seeing that. And I see 2 orange flags. I'm not sure what that's all about. So I'm sure it's not Bigfoot's shelter. But we won't go up there just in case it's, I don't know what the heck it is. Somebody's, this is public land, so I don't know what they could be doing or what anybody's doing. We'll leave it. Gosh, lots of trees down. I don't know, maybe Bigfoot is building a shelter. Knocking all these trees down. Somebody's been playing nature's Jenga. of neat how those pieces of wood, I don't like in chunks. Woodpeckers, I'm sure. Just down from that nature's Jenga tree. Noticed a boulder back here with the plaque on it, and I honestly do not ever remember seeing this back here. The Smith Tract. Natural Lands, Meng Preserve, Stonehill Greenway, May 2000. The Smith Tract was permanently preserved through the generous funding and dedication by Philip and Gail Smith, the Montgomery County Open Space Grant Program, Natural Lands, and members of the Valley Forge Audubon Society. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. Albert Einstein. Nice. Very quiet in here at this time of the year too. Other than that plane ahead, up ahead, or overhead, and the crunching of the leaves from us. I don't really hear anything else. I'm not sure why this feels more purple. It used to be white. I must have changed this trail. It used to be white. This is the boulder trail. We're just going to take a walk down to the boulders so that I can show you.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black.
You can pause that if you want to read it. I think the Lenape were the dominant tribe in Pennsylvania. I mean, I think you can also find evidence of their settlements and workings all the way over to the Susquehanna River, which we are quite far from. Looks like that could be a Bigfoot cave too. Shelter. So the trail just keeps going down along that way. I think it wraps around behind that huge boulder formation there, and then just continues on down the hill. And again, you can see in the distance there the other surrounding ridges. We're looking in the opposite direction now than we were when I showed you that first ridge. There it is. Whoa. Gotta watch your step here too, because I just went through a pile of leaves into a hole between two boulders. We are in northern Montgomery County, really, so it does tend to get higher up here than southern Montgomery County. So we are going to continue back and finish up the hike. Drill holes in this rock all the way down here. And I don't think that's a drill hole. There's definitely a few divot. Well, they could be. They're just not round. And these ones over here are very round. These ones over here are very irregular. Interesting. We are headed back from that boulder area down the rest of the yellow trail. I'm not going to film much until we get to the very bottom of this trail, the other end of the park. There's a pond there, not a very big pond, but I'll show you that. And then we're going to go down the wetland trail till we meet up at the red trail and head back. Alright, now we made it down most of the way. I didn't film much of the part that we just came down from the purple trail. We're coming up to the entrance to the blue trail now, and the pond, and the end of the yellow trail, because it's very steep and rocky and slippery actually with all these leaves, but I mean, you get the idea. You're hiking on a trail through boulders, pretty much. Looks like old roads is what it really looks like. This is the blue trail we'll be coming back on, but that is one entrance or exit to the blue trail. The other one's actually just right up here, both on the left. It is a loop trail, but if we go down this part of the blue trail, it's the lower end, and with all the rain we've had recently, it's probably really wet. I mean, it's called the wetlands trail because there's a creek down there, and it's pretty wet anyway. But like I said, after all the rains, I don't want to go wading, so we'll take the higher part of the blue trail. Wetland trail. It's a nice trail. I like it. It's the first trail I ever hiked, I think, in this park a long, long time ago. And it was very wet. in the spring there are tons of frogs you can hear in this park. Not only here because of the pond, but the wetlands to my left are just full of spring peepers and tree frogs, other kind of frogs too, the ones that kind of trill. It's kind of cool. This pond used to be a lot bigger, a lot wetter. You can see they're kind of planting some wetland type trees and shrubs. I don't know why this side is all of a sudden dry, because this used to be part of the pond too. We have had some very dry years recently, so I don't know if that's why it's drying up. You can see it's covered in a sheet of ice today. It's that cold. Gotta watch those tree roots. There was at least one snapping turtle living in here too. Saw that more than a couple years ago. Like I said, tons of frogs in this pond in the spring and in the summer, but they don't chirp in the summer for the most part. That's a spring peeper. This bird is a great blue heron. There are lots of herons in this area. So if we go straight through the woods, that's where the start of that purple trail is, at the bottom of the boulder field. And then down there is the parking lot, kind of like the main parking lot. You can see that there's more parking on this side than there is on the other side. They're probably parking down here for 5 or 6 cars where we parked. You're lucky if you can get 3 cars in there. So you can see this is the trail sign where all the trails kind of start except the blue trail. They all go to the right except the purple, which is the boulder trail, which I'll show you this end of it. So just a few hundred feet from that pond is where the start of Edna's Trail is. That's the boulder trail. Goes all the way up. Kind of see the ridge up there. That's probably where we were standing on those boulders. You can pause this again if you want to read it. We are going to head back now. Like I said, we're going to go off to the upper trail of the wetlands trail, and that will take us to the red trail, so we will meet you back there. All right, again, we're coming up to the upper portion of the wetlands trail, coming up from the pond. It is on the right, the second blue trail on the right. These look new. Needs to be longer. I was trying to slow down to get that bird on camera. I don't know if you can hear that or not. If the camera picked that up, or if all you were able to hear was the plane. Just in case you want to take a seat. This is why it's called the Wetlands Trail, especially after it rains a lot. I feel like I'm back at French Creek State Park. There's even ice cover in the trail up here. Obviously quite a bit of runoff here. That's why these sticks are all piled up like this. Pretty icy all the way up. Alright, we're coming up to the red trail now, which is going to take us back to the yellow, back to where we parked our car. Here is where the blue trail continues on. It'll continue on down there along the creek and back up to the trail entrance just beyond that pond that we showed you. And gotta see where is the best way to walk around all this water. So the red trail is called Eva's Trail. Obviously, that's the other sister, Eva and Edna. Alright, I am going to turn you off to maneuver around this creek, and we will pick you up someplace up there where it's dry. Looks like Bigfoot's been at work down around here too, trying to gather up logs and things for his shelters. I'm come in off the trail just a bit because there's an old stone wall back here. You used to be able to see it from the trail until all these trees fell down and blocked it, but you can kind of see it back there. Bigfoot again? Maybe he's gonna have some of those mushrooms for dinner. We're almost done with this red trail. We just turn kind of a sharp bend right here, head uphill, and we meet back with the yellow trail, and not too far off from the parking lot. It's pretty rocky, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Clearly, Bigfoot doesn't want anybody through here. Check that out. Must have been something. Almost encased in this boulder at one point. for the boulder to be shaped like that underneath. Still climbing uphill. Still quite rocky. Just wanted to check in. Okay, we are now back at the yellow trail, the junction. So we're going to end the video here because it's just the same on the way back that I showed you in the beginning. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.